Welcome back, everyone, to the A Amazing Podcast, the show where we dive deep into the world of marketing, answering all your burning questions about student life, entrepreneurship, and anything else that we have in between. I am your host, Joseph Gulan.
And I'm Angela Vu.
And we are so glad to have you with us today.
Make sure to follow us on AMA at Baruch on Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok to stay updated.
Without further ado, let's introduce our guests. Who do we have with us today?
Hi, my name is Sally Salamin. I'm majoring corporate communication as a senior.
Hi, I'm Anaya. I'm majoring in digital marketing, minoring in theater, and I'm one of the analytics directors.
Hi.
Event planning.
Yeah, event planning director.
Awesome. So how do you guys feel so far about your roles at AMA?
I pretty enjoy it. There's a lot of things to do, but I just feel like we're hustlers, so
It's cool. I'm used to being the pupil, so leading is something new for me. I'm not used to it yet, but it's cute. It's cute.
Right. And the reason why I ask is because we're going to be going over a lot of different things, and leadership is probably one of those things that is going to be questioned in this episode. So, so the marketing overview that we're going to be doing is definitely going to be in your realm now. So hopefully you guys can help us answer some questions.
We got you.
Yeah.
So the first thing that I want to break down with you guys today is the Pepsi ad with the Kardashians. What do you guys feel about it, and how do you guys view the Kardashians? What do you think in terms of marketing and branding do they bring to the table?
I think the Kardashians are kind of problematic. I feel like they bring a bad rep considering the way they rose to fame. Just through a tape. I'm not going to specify what kind of tape. Bad reputation overall, and they also promote bad body representation. They made a lot of girls self-insecure about their weight and stuff like that. So they also been in a lot of scandals, and I feel like Pepsi hiring a Kardashian, well, to be specific, a Jenner, because it's Kendall Jenner, I feel like hiring somebody like that probably brought a lot of bad press to them because of all the scandals they've been in.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But on the other hand, she knows how to make it viral. So scandalous, how to make oh, she did that, they did that, she's involved with this kind of things. So maybe this can be a bad reputation, but at the same time it can make it how to catch the attention from other people. So yeah, in that way can be also good strategy to use as a model.
Do you think maybe Pepsi knew that because of that bad reputation, it could actually bring in more press because, bad press is still good press.
Yeah. It's press, period. They knew people would talk about it, so I think that's why they brought them in the first place.
Yeah, I also agree because attention, regardless, is what brings monetizations. And I believe that Pepsi definitely knew what the Kardashians would bring to the table, as you previously said. But at the same time, marketing, I feel I want to just quote something real quick. The product, if the product is really that good, it should sell itself. And I think that when you bring something, you either like the Kardashians or you don't, and either or it leads to the same outcome and it goes down the same funnel. In terms of being somebody who is responsible for the reputation of the Pepsi company, what do you think marketing professionals are should be thinking about when you are bringing on celebrities for ads?
They should keep in mind what's trendy and what's hip. So if I was Pepsi, right, I would probably get Olivia Rodrigo because Coca-Cola, they do the same thing. They also bring celebrities and music artists. So I would bring on artists that they don't have and have a lot of appeal. So I'll bring in Olivia Rodrigo because she has a lot of fans and she has a lot of love. I wouldn't bring in somebody like Chappell Roan because she has a lot of controversies and a lot of people don't like her like that. So I'll bring in somebody that's palatable, but also can be good for many age ranges. Olivia Rodrigo connects to older folks, and younger folks. So I feel like somebody that a lot of ages and demographics like would be the best thing a company should do.
For me, I'm not sure about the specific like person or celebrity, but you know, like the purpose of ad is like they want to like show what they got to the customer or like public, right? So I think they need to consider the purpose and then like what kind of things they want to promote. And then so for example, Pepsi is like a more like beverage like drink, so maybe lifestyle filled people, or yeah, like for example, like when I was intern at the NBA, like um so we're looking for a celebrity or like social media influencers, but they once they try to collaborate with a beauty influencer, but what's the point between them, like sports and beauty? So they got a lot of like how can I say, like backdrop, like
Backlash.
backlash.
Mhm.
So like why are you using this celebrity, like where's the point? They have a lot of like bad like reactions.
Yeah.
So I think in that way, in that like perspective, yeah, I think we need to think about the purpose and then like relationship, relation
Yeah.
between
Everyone's
that.
trying to relate to Gen Z more, and it should cater to everyone.
Yeah, they're not they're smart, like they're young but smart, like
Yeah.
why, what?
Exactly. And I feel like a lot of marketing really falls under relationships and influence. It's the relationships that you build in the industry, and not only through celebrities and segments, but also through like, people that show up to work every day and represent the NBA, right? And you're responsible for bringing on board somebody to uplift them. Not only the name, but also the people who work there. And I feel that sometimes marketers, with all of our creativity and all of our good intentions, fail to recognize sometimes that certain decisions are wrong, especially bringing somebody that like the Kardashians, for example, in this segment, where we know that there is a lot going on there, and we should be more ethically bound as marketers. We should be looking for the better of people in society, because if we have the job and responsibility to influence older, younger demographics, then we should be also teaching them how to be good people in the world. Okay. Cool. So Joker 2 came out, right? And there was a lot going on in the movie. I personally did not watch, but I would love to know what you guys felt about the movie, or what you guys have heard.
So I watched the first Joker movie, and personally, I feel like it didn't relate to me. I feel like it was catering to like edgy people, but like edgy dudes who are like wronged by the world, and like everybody sucks and like so emo. I feel like that's not me, so I couldn't really relate to the movie. I also, cause like I love DC, like I like Batman, Joker, and stuff like that. But I feel like the movie wasn't as good, and I feel like this Joker wasn't a good portrayal compared to other Jokers. So I didn't see Joker 2 because I was really displeased with Joker 1. Yeah.
Okay.
For me, I also didn't watch the two, but I watched the one. It was really exhausted, like emotionally exhausted, like a lot of like tragedy, like things. Yeah, but if I have an opportunity, I definitely want to watch two. But yeah, I don't know.
Have you watched Joker?
I studied it for an AP English class, but I will say the first one, the actor Joaquin Phoenix, he did amazing portraying it. Yeah, he's amazing. But I will say, in terms of marketing wise, they did know what they were doing with Lady Gaga, because I didn't get the idea of adding her into it, but I get the storyline for the movie.
I think it's because the second movie was like a musical, so that's why they added Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, because she can sing.
Yes.
And she also had like her crazy like background, so that's why they added her to the movie. You know.
Yeah, I feel like it was from what I've heard, it felt like a Disney movie, like one of them old school Disney movies, because of the fact that the musical aspect of it caught everyone off guard. The way that it was portrayed, and that's one thing about advertising that I also get upset with, is that they never displayed that it was a musical. At no
Yeah.
point did they say Joker to the musical. Because if
Exactly.
that's the case, it should have been on Broadway,
Mhm.
not in a movie theater. And that, as marketers, I feel is something somewhere of a gray area, and it's I feel also like very slick, and I feel bad for people who paid their hard-earning money to go see a movie that was portrayed one way and ended up looking another way. And I think that what do you guys think about marketers that do that? I guess like what do you how do you feel about people who not manipulate emotions but manipulate situations?
I think they shouldn't like do like a bait and like flip because like I feel like it's going against the fans. Like comic book fans, I don't know many comic book fans that are also Broadway fans. So I feel like if they portrayed it as a musical and hired like Broadway professionals, I feel like it would have got like a good reception because Broadway fans would have went to see it. But because it's a comic book based movie and it's comic book fans, you should at least put like one song in the trailer of like them singing so the comic book fans know what they're going into. But they didn't. So I feel like it's wrong for companies to like give you like a little treat and then take it away from you. And they're like, oh my God, like, damn, you played me. So I feel like companies should just be upfront and transparent and not play with people's expectations. Because if they do that, they're going to see bad results, which is why the movie is flopping.
Yeah, I agree. Any comments? I feel like she killed it, but any comments?
Yeah, I mean, no, but like as you said, Joseph said, like they should have like provide like the people like preview or like hint of like, oh, it's more like a musical like movie. Then like because I heard that I didn't watch, but like many people said there's a lot of like negative feedback. So like, oh, should I not watching that? Like I felt like that maybe other people also like think like me. So maybe like I keep saying like vital, but like it's important these days, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
if there's like bad saying about something, like people like they like assimilate with other people. So like I think that is also like one of the like marketing point, like make it like good vital and then like
Yeah, like
like reputation. Yeah.
word of mouth really matters because a lot of people were saying like every time a song came into the movie, more people left. Like people kept leaving every time a song came on. So I think because of that, it like a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, this movie sounds really trash."
Yeah.
And because of the word of mouth, a lot of people are like, "Okay, I won't watch it."
Do you think adding Lady Gaga into this new movie is like a way to rebrand it, maybe add a new form of like mental illness? Because the Joker, especially the first one, it kind of shows this guy going a little erratic, but not to be movie critics, but do you think this was a form of rebranding for them?
Yeah, I think they're trying to reach out to different markets by adding Lady Gaga, but I feel like the other markets, like they weren't like catered to. Like Lady Gaga has a different fan base, you know. It's a different fan base from a comic book fan base. I can definitely say that. And I feel like they didn't cater to either of them. So that's why the movie didn't perform that well because there's like nobody being catered to and like it'll be like a only small group that's into Lady Gaga and DC, you know?
you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like when you're a party host and you're trying to go around the whole party and like, hey, how you guys doing? Hey, you guys doing?
That's good.
No one really has your attention, but then again, nobody feels catered to,
Exactly.
which is like I feel like when you take risks like this, especially in rebranding, it's a hit or miss. Just to add on to what she said briefly, the Joker in the Dark Knight series was phenomenal.
Yes.
It can never be like redone, and DC knew that. So when Joaquin Phoenix took this role as the Joker, the whole approach to it, the same way that every new Batman that comes up has a different kind of like I call it a different Renaissance era because there are different kinds of Batmans, like the way the suit looks, the way that the actor portrays the people in the movie. For the Joker, when I watched the first movie, which I loved, because it was a whole different side. Because the Joker is not just an evil villain; he's also somebody who can be portrayed as really hurt. Because there are no. I feel like in my life there are really no bad people. It's just a lot of misinterpreted people, and I think we can all testify to that because to a certain extent. But when you rebrand and you try to like shuffle a deck, it's very hard. You're gonna pull an ace, you know. So it's like in this case when it comes to branding a Joker, the reason why we it probably would be nice if we were kids, because it could be like, oh, like this is my Joker. Like everybody has their idol or their perspective, and I think that if as long as we respect everybody's perspective, then we can keep being fans altogether. So Zara has received some backlash. So it was about models who are being showed on the screen, and the dialogue and the visuals are not adding up because models are not known for having curves. It's supposed to be body inclusivity. It's supposed to reflect audiences who are not well represented on screen because models are supposed to be viewed a certain way. But it's ironic because the models that were on the screen didn't really represent what the message was saying. So people felt that Zara, although was really trying to like represent something that they weren't relating to, and that's something that people don't take very well. It's like saying I'm a Yankees fan and I don't watch any games and I don't look at highlights and I don't know any players. So I'm trying to fit in, but I'm not actually part of the club. So how do you feel about companies that try to reach for demographics that are not in their realm?
Okay, yeah, that's really weird because as a company, why would you say celebrating all shapes and curves if there's no all shapes and curves? It's like, let's talk about these munchkins. Like, Dunkin' Donuts, like, oh, munchkin variety pack, and all you get is one flavor. That's false marketing, that's false advertising. Like I would hate if it's just one flavor. We all love variety here. But yeah, I feel like it's not good for a company to just like again bait and flip. Like just be honest, be transparent. If you don't want to celebrate curves, like you've already been not celebrating curves for so many years, like just keep doing it. But like if you're going to do that, stick to the message and keep doing it.
Yeah. And also there's like I heard from somebody, but I really like the quote, like, is it okay if you don't know, but it is not okay, you should like pretend to be know, like if you want to
Be educated
yeah
on
yeah
it.
yeah. So for this ad, maybe it is okay you like 100% don't agree with that, or like if you don't know much about it, but at least you need to show like your effort. Like at least they should have find some like model, but for that, even if they don't have currently, but at least they can recruit and like can I say like seasonally, like just like for this ad.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
so
It is 2024. We
right.
accept all bodies.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So, how do you think Zara could possibly recover from this marketing mistake since they are so popular? Because fast fashion is also an issue going on. So, Zara is like they are making their clothes in house and it is affordable, even though it looks expensive. So, how would they fix this marketing issue?
I mean, I I feel like because like fashion and then like these days like people really want to be showy on TikTok, and like it's kind of trendy like fit check, like so. To be honest, I think fast fashion could be like continue like for a long time. So I think like stop making fast fashion clothing is not kind of impossible like realistically, but
Yeah.
maybe um they can recruit some like big size model, like how can I say
Plus size.
Plus
plus
size.
size, yeah.
You want to say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like diverse like
Yeah.
model, yeah, like body shape, curve, and then yeah, I mean, I think if they want to do this slogan, maybe yeah, that would be the best way. And then yeah,
So
Well-
be truthful about your sizing, guys.
Yeah, I guess. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. We appreciate you guys listening to us contradict, asking questions, and learning more about how companies are marketing. Stay tuned for our next episode as we will be diving more this semester on how we, as marketing students, are learning how the marketing world works. I am your host, Joseph Gulan,
And I'm Angela Vu.
and stay amazing, y'all. Have a good one.